Join us as we talk turkey today, U.S. Thanksgiving. I'm Karen from Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary.
I'm Courtney from Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary.
On ReelTime Animal Rescue. So today is Thanksgiving in the United States. So we wanted to do something different than what most people do on this holiday, and that's celebrate our turkey friends that are here living at the sanctuary. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around so you can see the actual turkeys, not these two turkeys. I do the same thing. All right, just bear with me. Because if you watched me before, you know I mess things up. All right, so we've got Mr. Fernando coming into the frame right here. Yep.
Hey, buddy.
So there's Fernando. And we've got a couple little treats here to try to get them to come closer to the camera so you guys can have a better view. So, Courtney, this live stream is a little different than it was a year ago. A year ago today, we had 5 turkeys in the shot. And now this year, we only have 2 turkeys. We've got Fernando here in the foreground, and then just behind comes Lady A. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about why we're down to 2 turkeys, what you know?
So if you have tuned in lately, you will have heard us talk a little bit more about specifically one of our losses, Zoe, which was the most recent. But over the last year, we actually lost 3 turkeys. Azalea kind of just honestly disappeared. Something that happens sometimes with birds is they kind of go off alone when they feel like they're going to die, like maybe they're sick or, you know, something's going on. Everything was fine. She wasn't acting sick or whatever. And then the one day, you know, she just went missing. And we've seen other birds do this before. They just kind of go off and hide somewhere. The turkeys do have the tendency to hop multiple property lines. So not totally sure, you know, if she went in the canal or went to a neighbor's house and just, you know, passed away, disappeared. And then Lady B recently, one morning we came out and she had just passed away. She was deceased. No sign of injury or anything to her. She just passed. And then Zoe had been getting, you know, very old. She was at the matriarch of the sanctuary. She was one of the original turkeys. All the turkeys started from 1 male and 2 females that were saved from being eaten. And then they had babies multiple times. So these turkeys are the broad-breasted turkeys, and they are kind of, you know, specifically bred to be eaten, unfortunately. And because of the way they've been bred, Fernando's really upset about it. I don't blame him.
I know.
They've been bred just to put on a lot of weight really quickly and get, you know, fat and plump. And so they don't necessarily live the longest, even though some turkeys can live to, you know, 10 to 12. You don't really see these broad-breasted turkeys living that long. So now we are down to just 2 turkey friends. And so, yeah, definitely different. We've had a lot of turkeys in the past, like Karen mentioned. We had, you know, 5 last year. And in the past, we've had other ones. We've even had a small flock kind of at one point, but yeah.
So you know what was funny about last year was we Azalea had been going under a bush or something for some time, and we actually pulled her out of under that bush to join the party last year because we fed them all salads. So anyhow, yeah, if you're just tuning in, I'm Karen and Courtney from ReelTime, from Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary on ReelTime Animal Rescue. And we're just, today is Thanksgiving Day in the United States of America, and we're just doing things a little bit differently. If you don't know, the main dish, I suppose you could call it, for this holiday is turkey. So 46, million turkeys are slaughtered just for this holiday alone. So we're just celebrating our 2 turkeys that are living the life here at Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary. You might notice I've titled our live stream Happy Thanksgiving because, you know, we like to kind of look at it in a different light than other people do. So, you know, we'll be doing something different. We'll be doing somewhat traditional Thanksgiving style dishes, but there will be no meat. There will be no animal products in the middle. There's tons and tons of roasts or turkey analogs that
like
you don't have to eat an actual turkey.
even if you want those flavors. Some people go completely untraditional and have
tamales or lasagna or whatever. Last year we went out for Indian food. It's a, you know, there's nothing wrong with breaking traditions, but this year we are going to, a group of us volunteers are going to get together and have a potluck later. It'll be an entirely vegan feast for us humans. So now we're just spoiling the turkeys with a little cranberry treat. So, you know, while we're here, I went online and I like to share some facts about turkeys, you know, when I do this live stream every year. And I found some information. I believe this is from Farm Sanctuary's website. Farm Sanctuary is a huge sanctuary here in the US. They have a couple locations, actually, one in New York and one in California, I think. So I found this information. So I think we'll each take a turn sharing turkey facts. So animal agriculture exploits turkeys on a massive scale, treating these living, tealing birds as commodities rather than the sentient individuals they are. So, astonishing facts about turkeys. Number one, turkeys communicate in complex ways. Animals are often thought of as voiceless, but they have plenty of ways to speak their minds to each other and to us. And turkeys are no exception. Turkey vocabulary includes 28 distinct calls. And turkeys can communicate their different meanings by varying delivery and intensity. So, you know, you can hear Fernando here. He's doing his usual gobble gobble, you know. And we can actually get him the answer to that. And now they make their cute little chirpies. They have I've heard probably, you know, maybe like 5 to 10 different vocalizations from them. But according to this, they have 28 distinct calls. You want to do number 2?
The turkeys learn from each other. It says that culture among animals is defined as the ability to share and learn behaviors. Just like with humans, they can kind of pass information through generations. So, kind of
that wasn't nice.
Interesting fact. I'm sorry, I got cranberry all over here.
Was on camera?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
okay, no big deal.
Yeah, we have Stan out here. Stan is a little bit of a spitfire. He's a rooster that I am fine to admit I'm afraid of. So
he's not happy that the turkeys are getting treats and he's not.
I feel
but it's Turkey Appreciation Day, Stan, not Chicken Appreciation Day.
And I still think that he's gotten the most cranberries because I'm kind of trying to throw them to get him away. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Karen found these facts that, you know, turkeys can actually learn from each other and teach each other things just like other animals, just like we do. As humans, you know, you teach your young. And number 3 is that turkeys remember others. They can actually, you know, and if they have a big flock, they can recall more than 30 different fellow turkeys. They can distinguish the voices. So, for example, when we've had multiple male turkeys in the past and they would all be gobbling, it was hard for us to tell them apart. You know, if I heard a gobble, I'd be like, oh, is that Fernando? Is that Alfonso? Is that one of the young boys? But the turkeys can actually know. They're like, oh, that was Fernando.
Giuseppe is feeling left out too.
Yeah, I guess it's also Rooster Appreciation Day now.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay, an interesting fact number 4 is turkeys can change color according to their moods. Now, I've seen this. So you can actually see this is a perfect example. He probably won't let me get too close, but Fernando's neck and his snood, which is that big fleshy, well, not big the fleshy protuberance on the top of his head, is really kind of contracted right now, but that snood can grow like inches past his beak. So he's looking pretty relaxed. He's blue. So anyway, I guess we'll see. We'll find out. Oh, turkeys can change color according to their moods. Octopuses, chameleons, and iguanas are among the animals widely known for their ability to camouflage themselves, blending in with their environments. Well, turkeys change colors too. The hue of their skin conveys different moods and emotional states as turkeys have changed colors, depending on what they're doing or who they're trying to impress. So I think he's not trying to impress us, because if he was trying to impress us, that snood would be all elongated and everything. Male turkeys become redder when courting females or in confrontational interactions. So I guess the good news is he doesn't feel like we're confrontational, and I don't know where he took off to. All right, we're gonna try to follow the turkeys while we do this live stream since it's Turkey Day. Well, everybody says Happy Turkey Day, but they mean it in a different way than we do. We mean Happy Turkeys Day, right, guys? I think they're happy turkeys. So number 5, astonishing fact number 5 is turkeys see the world in a special way. Like cats, turkeys can see light on the ultraviolet spectrum. Plus, like hawks and owls, turkeys have a nearly 360-degree field of vision. For comparison, this is only around 180 degrees in humans. So these birds are missing a lot when all they can see is the inside of a shed.
So interesting fact number 6 about turkeys is that turkeys can hear sounds that humans can't. They actually possess acute hearing that allows them to be alerted to threats. Not only that, but they can hear lower sounds and from a greater distance than humans. We know that other birds like chickens can hear an infrasound, which I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's going to explain that. It's likely that turkeys can too, which would allow them to hear storms or earthquakes approaching. Okay, so that's what infrasound, kind of like, you've heard of like infrared light. Infrasound would be storms approaching or earthquakes approaching. So those super low tones that, us humans can't.
See, that was something that I did not know.
Number 7.
Turkeys are loving mothers and babysitters. Turkeys form close social relationships in complex social groups, and hens have been known to adopt or take care of hatchlings beyond their own. Plus, mothers and poults begin communicating even more before hatching, vocalizing through the egg. So I've actually seen this in person. I worked with a different sanctuary for some time, and we had a turkey on the property. If she could somehow snag a chicken egg and hide it and incubate it herself, she had a habit of hatching her own little chicken babies. And it was pretty interesting to see. Our turkeys took off.
Yeah.
So now it's guess it's Chicken Appreciation Day.
So on another interesting fact was kind of sad, but it is the reality. If you are somebody who, eats animals or does partake in eating turkeys, it's something to think about. In the wild, like I was talking about, turkeys they live an average lifespan of 3 to 4 years. And that's usually just because wild animals don't usually live quite as long. But some turkeys I've read can live, be 10 to 12. But in the meat industry, these birds are actually killed when they're only 12 to 19 weeks old.
Oh my gosh.
So hens that are used for eggs will endure a laying cycle of 25 weeks only. So it's only just under 6 months before they are also slaughtered. So it's not as though these animals are even getting to live out their life, which, their life is horrible on farms, but even so, it's cut short.
So a lot of these astonishing facts I was pretty much aware of, a couple of these things, but this is the one I think that shocked me to the core. Astonishing fact number 9. Industrially farmed turkeys are unable to reproduce naturally. Due to their selective breeding for unnaturally large size and rapid growth, today's industrial farmed turkeys have been left physically unable to mate naturally. Instead, semen is collected from male turkeys and hens are inseminated using a syringe or straw. I was not aware of that. That's pretty sad, disgusting. I don't even know what to say about that. Like literally every poor turkey that is brought into this world to be eaten is brought in artificially. It's not even like, oh, we have all these reproducing turkeys all over the place. Like they're forced to reproduce and then they're just to be food. Like I said, that one just literally shook me out to the core. And then number 10 is also a sad.
Yeah. So turkeys and other birds like chickens and other, birds that are eaten, they're actually left out of they're not protected by all those, humane and animal protection laws. You'd think it's kind of ironic when you think about the fact that, cows and pigs and goats and sheep, other animals that are killed to be eaten, they have some sort of protection. They're not supposed to be, abused. There's certain things that they're not, allowed to do. And if they are doing that on farms, those farms get in trouble for abusing or for doing certain things. But birds don't have those protections at all. So they are allowed to literally just kind of fling them around, kick them, do all kinds of horrible things. There are no laws at all that protect turkeys and other birds. According to the USDA, that also includes geese and ducks. They're denied all federal protections.
That's terrible. That's horrible. Well, I guess, our point of bringing this live stream to you today is to try to think about turkeys differently. These turkeys they're living, breathing, like feeling beings. And as you can see, these two turkeys that live here, they live a very good life. They're not like lap turkeys or anything, but we respect them and they respect us and we take really good care of them. We're just trying to change the way the world sees turkeys and just trying to advocate for food systems that don't involve the exploitation of turkeys and other animals. So, now that you've learned more about these remarkable birds, please join us in standing up for them. So that's really all we have to bring you today. The turkeys are, I think, over the cranberries. They're going to go do their turkey stuff. Before we sign off, we'll say hello to the rest of the herd. We've got Norma Jean, Chico. There's a little Suerte up there by the fence. Albert, here comes Merman. You got Gilbert, Nala, Miss Esperanza sunning herself, Rapunzel, Julio, Princess Buttercup, Butters, Thomas, Goose way in the back. Hey, Merman. All of these animals actually are thankful to be being left off of plates today and every day. So, like I said, we're just bringing the vegan message to the world. I hope everybody that is participating in Thanksgiving is having a compassionate Thanksgiving this year, like we'll be having. And with that, we're going to tune off. Do you have anything you'd like to add before we
No,
sign off?
just saying thanks for being here with us. If you want to hear or see more, obviously subscribe to the ReelTime YouTube channel. We try to come on Sunday mornings and then usually a Tuesday or Thursday as well. And in the link in the description box, you have the links in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the description box, we have like our Facebook and Instagram and some other things linked if you want to
Amazon wish list.
Because we do have other ways that we are on social media other than just live streaming. So follow us for even more.
All right, cool. Yeah, if you've joined us today, we sincerely thank you and we will see you next time. That was